Hey everyone, welcome to Sober Jable. I am Joshua Abel. So this weekend was absolutely crazy. I had to work both Saturday and Sunday, and Saturday, I tell you what, I was so frustrated. I really just wanted to quit the restaurant. I'm over this industry. I'm tired of leaning on people to make money. Saturday, it was a constant all night long, just bad tip after bad tip after bad tip. And, if I get one or two a night, I can usually just let it roll off my back. But it was every single table were bad tips. There were people who would rack up an $80 check and leave me like $6. And when you actually depend on people for your income, it can be really, really frustrating. Sunday was a little bit better. The tips were better, but we were slower. So, I didn't make as much money as I would have liked to. Now, going into work, it takes about an hour and a half to get there. And, going up those hills at 5 miles an hour and then maxing out at like 25 miles an hour, it just takes forever. Yesterday, I was able to get to work, fine, no big deal, but it started pouring down rain at work. And I had to leave my moped there, and my brother-in-law actually came and got me. So that was very nice of him. I'm very appreciative of that. Now, what else happened was my sister and her family were actually involved in a collision that totaled their car. They were driving in a grocery store parking lot looking for a spot to park, and this woman pulls out from a spot and totally smashes up their front end. Thank God everyone is okay. Callie's okay, Katey's okay, Brian's all right. They have a couple of rashes or scrapes where the seatbelt hit, but other than that, they're fine, which is good. Then I get a text from my dad saying that my cousin has breast cancer, and she has to go into surgery on the 22nd. So we're all a little worried about that. And then she's got to start chemo afterwards. So it's been a crazy weekend. Now, in addition to all that, there were 2 mass shootings in the United States. There was one in El Paso, Texas that killed, I think, about 20 people, and then another one in Dayton, Ohio. So everything this weekend has just been insane. But I woke up hopeful this morning, which is a definite change from how I was feeling over the weekend. And I'm not exactly sure how it happened. I just kind of woke up thinking and believing that everything was going to be okay. And when I was in AA, someone would tell a sob story, or someone would be going through something really tragic. They would lose a loved one, or they would lose a job, or, just really hurting. And the people in the rooms would say, well, at least you're not drinking. I tell you what, that was the stupidest thing I had ever heard. This woman's life is falling apart, and all they can say is, well, at least you're not drinking. I tell you what, when your life is falling apart, at least mine, when my life is falling apart, the last thing I think of is, well, at least I'm not drinking. But the first thing I want to do is grab a bottle so that I can, at least mask everything that is going wrong. Give me something to do that I feel is a positive. Now, I'm taking a look at that line of thinking and understanding that drinking isn't going to solve any of those problems. So at least I'm not drinking can be a positive way to look at it. But like I said, I woke up really hopeful this morning, and I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure why. I just kind of woke up and my mind had overnight just kind of flipped. So I'm looking forward to the opportunities that lie ahead rather than the problems that I'm in. And I would like to find ways to actually keep that mentality going. Now, I understand that that's not going to be the mentality for forever, even for a long time. I'll go through ebbs and flows of, geez, my life sucks. I don't have a relationship. I don't have the job I want. I don't really have any direction in my life. And then on the other hand, on a counterpoint, there will be times where, I'm feeling good about myself. I'm making positive steps to achieve something. And it's kind of the ebb and flow of life. And, I got to take the good with the bad, and just appreciate the moment that I'm in. Whether it be feeling down on myself or whether it be feeling elated. So I'm feeling hopeful today, and that's a good feeling to have. It'll change my attitude in going into work so that maybe I can pass that positive energy along to guests, and maybe they'll give me a better tip than they would have. Maybe when I schedule this Spanish proficiency test, that positive energy will allow me to do better and comprehend more. I'm looking at other job opportunities to try and bring in more money. So maybe that will put a positive spin on that. So remaining hopeful and emitting that positive energy will hopefully allow more positive things to come. So that's where I stand right now. I'll try and check back in a little bit. I've got some work to do. I'm going to be working on some videos, working on my book, and working on some stuff for Etsy before I have to go into work today. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care. All right, so I just got off work. Well, actually not just got off work. I have been off for a little over a half hour. I left my moped here last night because it was pouring down rain. And my brother-in-law was kind enough to come and get me, so I didn't get absolutely soaked on the way home. It's not raining now and hasn't for a while. It's kind of dried out. I take my moped off the dock. They were nice enough to let me leave it here on the dock, and so it wouldn't get stolen. And I take it outside, and it won't start. It won't start. The electrical switch that turns it on, it won't work. The kickstart won't work. I've literally been trying for the past 25 minutes to try and get that thing up and going, and it just won't start. And I literally would love to throw it in a river right now. I've had nothing but problems with this stupid thing. And of course, people always have suggestions, which I love. Yeah, tell me what's wrong, because that's what I want to hear right now. Even though you more than likely you don't have a clue what you're talking about. I had one person come up to me and say, "Oh, people were sitting on it and kind of pumping the accelerator, so they probably flooded your engine." Really? I know it was in a public spot, but I mean, what the hell? I mean, why would anyone just sit on someone else's anything and start messing around with it? People don't make sense to me. And then another guy came out, he's like, oh, it was in the rain yesterday. It got all wet and flooded out. You know what? Shut up. I don't need your opinion right now. Unless you're gonna get in here and fix it, then go away. So I'm really frustrated right now. So all that stuff that I said about hope and about, you know, wanting a drink, that's it right now. Hope gone, out the window. Drink, it's a good thing I don't have a bottle of vodka because I would down that crap. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to. The worst part is I had to call my sister. She's got to come and get me. And I hate doing that because she has a family at home. I mean, and it's 11:30 at night. We're not going to get home. It's going to take her 45 minutes to get here, and then it's going to take 45 minutes to get back. So you do the math. I'm too tired. But anyway, I hope you're liking these videos. I know it was a crappy way to end this one, but that's life, I guess. I'll sit here and take a couple of deep breaths, have a cigarette, and chill out. It'll get better, right?